Well, hello. This is Colin Ryan. Nice to meet you today. Thought I'd pour us a bit of a cup of tea. Tea is a great thing any time of the year. I have a lot of fun drinking. I hope you enjoy some too. Pretty tasty. I'd like to highlight a tea today. This is the tea that I'm drinking today. Happens to be a Yogi tea brand that you can get. It's some friends of mine that I've met over the years that make a good tea. Happens to be ginger and lemon. You can just take regular ginger root, chop it up, throw it in water that's boiled, take it off and let it steep for anywhere up to 2 hours and drink it. The ginger is very powerful, goes throughout your whole body, opens up all your capillaries and allows congestion to get out of there. You call it a cold. So if you have a cold or sniffles coming on, you feel achy, get a hold of some ginger tea and take it. It's also great to start drinking at the change of the season, because that's when your body wants to, kind of sweep, clean house, get rid of the old junk, get ready for some new things to happen. I guess I should talk a little bit more about this because the subject today is about it. Imagine a warehouse where you make things. So in the front door, the trucks show up and they bring all the raw materials in and they cut and chop and paste and put together and glue and bang and weld and whatever they do, and they make things, but there's a lot of scrap, right? Well, that scrap has to be gotten rid of out the back door. So you go behind Walmart, go behind any major store today like Safeway. Are they still around? Albertsons. And in the back, you got this big box crusher. So they take all the junk and they bag it up and they get rid of it. A lot of it's recycled, thank goodness. Well, your body has to do the same thing. So if you have all this excess results from metabolism in it, you got to get rid of it. Otherwise, something called dis-ease starts to happen. Constipation. Anyway, aren't we talking about fun subjects? Let's move on. Today, I would like to introduce you to a subject that very few people know about. It's simply called cell salts. Some people say, "Hey, Dr. Colin, fix me, heal me." And I say, well, hey, I can't heal you, but you know what? Isn't that what you also do to other people, like doctors? You know what? If you decide that you'd like to heal yourself, here's one way you can do it. Can you see that? It's called the Biochemic Handbook. The Biochemic Handbook. And it says, blood is to the human body what soil is to the plant. It is common knowledge that poor, exhausted soil will produce only weak, sickly plants. And in the same way, poor blood lacking in essential constituents will produce weak, sickly bodies prone to disease. By enriching the soil, the ill-conditioned plant can be made to recover and flourish, and the recovery of the ailing human body can be achieved by similar process, by restoring to the blood the constituents in which it is lacking. This is biochemistry, the chemistry of living tissue. That's why it's called Biochemic Handbook. And it's all about tissue salts or cell salts. Now here's a little tray. Back in, 1974, when I was teaching yoga, I was known as Swami Shambhu in Toronto, teaching yoga there. I discovered a monk from India who came over and said, "You know, Colin," Swami Shambhu, "if you'd like to heal yourself, they have these little boxes and you can actually figure the whole thing out for yourself. Tissue salts, known as cell salts, CELLCALTS. See if I can find one here. Headaches, water retention in women. These are very simple. They come in little tiny tablets. They also come in little tiny bottles. Most of them are like this. You can get them at a health food store. You can order them online. I don't sell them. Imagine that. Something I don't. The way that the cell salt works is pretty simple. Think of it this way. Your car needs gasoline. If it runs out of gas, it's not going to go anymore. The same way, you have 12 different basic salts or biochemical cell salts like potassium phosphate, sodium chloride, all in a very tiny molecular form, and different effects happen in the body when you run out of these salts. For example, I'm an Aquarian, and my salt is sodium chloride. But if I take table salt, I blow up even fatter. But if I take these, I get a very happy outlook on life. Aquarians are known as friendly, happy people. But if you run out of that cell salt, you start getting pessimistic. Very interesting the way that works. The other salts, for example, the Leo one is good for leg cramps. It's potassium phosphate. If you run out of this potassium phosphate, you're going to get things like cramps. It also has to do with calcium metabolism. So, for example, if you don't have calcium phosphate in your blood, you can't digest any other calcium. These are just some examples. So, what comes up here is measles and menstruation. In this book, you'll find just about everything you need to know about how to balance out your body. They're very simple. All you do is pop them under your tongue. Like put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Pop a few underneath it there. You probably can't see these little pellets, but they're little tiny pellets. Pop them under the tongue and let them dissolve for about a minute. Then you can throw them out. There's almost no molecules left, but it balances out the body. Okay, again, go get this book. Buy a few cell salts. Try them out. There's a balancing key here. We use 2 different cell salts to get your body used to it. You know, you wake up in the morning with that in the back of your throat. There's actually a cell salt for that. Well, I hope this has been helpful for you. And I hope this also encourages you to take responsibility for your own life. Take responsibility for your own health. You choose the type of tea you have, right? Choose the type of health that you have too. Thank you. Hey, have a great day. This has been Colin Ryan.
Kind friends all gathered round. There's something I would say, that what brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside, where strangers are as family and loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love.